Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's morning coffee with Mike. We are doing an open Q&A today. No agenda other than taking your questions. So we'll wait for some people to come in, answer the questions that you have. Have a couple of trades on right now. We're waiting for people to fill in. Again, we are doing open Q&A. So whatever trading related questions you guys have, put them into the chat. Let me know. See a bunch of people already hopping in on Instagram. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Uh, yo, uh, Aki Rock and Roll. Welcome. Let's see. We've got a couple of people requesting to go live with me. The way that to go live with me is to send me a DM. We'll work out and schedule a time. We'll bring you on, just like we brought on Salim last week. So message me if you're interested in that. Hello from India. Let's see. Is Pocket Option or Quotex better? I've never heard of either of those. Can't really speak to them. Sorry about that. Let's see. Well, what other questions do we have? Trade by fundamental news or technical analysis? So, way to answer that question: fundamentals, technical analysis, the news, whatever it happens to be. Most important thing is that it fits your system, that it fits your edge. You could build an edge around whatever you want. The only thing that matters when you build an edge or you build a system is that it makes you money over time. That's it. So if you take 100 trades and at the end of the 100 trades, you come out ahead, then you have a winning system. So if you build that system around technical analysis, around fundamental analysis, around the news, whatever it happens to be, that's the important thing. And when you are building your edge, when you're building your system, it's important to think about what you want to include in your system, because anything that's not included in your system by default is noise. So if you're building a system around technical analysis and it doesn't include fundamentals, if it doesn't include the news, then that is noise to you. And that's the only thing that really matters as far as your system goes. It doesn't matter what the next guy is doing. It matters what is producing money for you over time. Now, can you build an edge with the news? Sure. Can you build an edge just based on technical analysis? Yes, you can. The way that I like to do it is to blend fundamental analysis and technical analysis. So here's what I do specifically: I will filter the entire stock market universe, US stocks, down into the components that have the best growth. So I'm looking for growth stocks. I'm looking for extraordinary earnings. I'm looking for extraordinary sales. I want high ROE, high growth rates. I want great projections. I'm filtering down based on all these things because that's historically what have produced the best gains historically. That's what William O'Neill's research does. The late William O'Neill. William O'Neill just passed away. God rest his soul. He's gave so much to this community. He's a big reason why so many of us are here. He's a big reason why I'm here talking to you. So, to get back to fundamental and technical analysis, I'm blending the fundamentals, filtering down based on what produces growth stocks, the stocks that can run a couple of hundred to a couple of thousand% in a short period of time, short period being a couple of years. Then from there, I'm looking for technicals. I want to trade those stocks that have the best possibility for momentum, and I want to look for the chart patterns, those compression patterns that allow me to find tight reward to risk areas and then be able to play the upside. That's what O'Neill taught, that's what Minervini refined, and that's what I'm doing. So there's lots of ways for you to skin the cat, as they say. It's a matter of figuring out what works best for you and what produces an edge, what's going to pay you over time. Let's see, what other questions do we have? Question from Hafiz Habi, 17. I just make a profit in my first week of trading. That's great. Congratulations. What do you think I should do next? So, if you just made a profit in your first week of trading, what I would recommend that you do is to keep your sizing the same, presuming that your sizing was reasonable, right? So, being profitable for 1 week doesn't tell us a whole lot. Um, what I would be curious to find out is more about your trading strategy, your sizing strategy, how you manage trades, the whole system. See if you're doing that part right. What can often happen when we have initial success is that we think that we are naturally gifted. And so our heads tend to get a little bit big, and that leads to mistakes later on. The thing to do, whether you're profitable in your first week, your second week, your 100th week, is to continue to look at your process, refine your skills, get more skilled, and that's going to lead to future profits. There's a lot of things that produce profitable trades. Taking good trades is one, market conditions is another. It could be that you took a trade that went and just did very well. Want to make sure that it's not a one-off. And in order for it to not just be a one-off thing, it's not just being profitable for 1 week, 1 month. It ends up being profitable for years. And you will have losing trades in there, and that's okay. It's knowing what your edge is supposed to produce. There's lots of different systems out there. I'm not sure what system you're following or if you're making your own system, but there's systems out there that have high win rates. There's systems out there that have low win rates, and both can be profitable. For example, my own trading, I'm only right about half the time, but I'm profitable. The reason why I'm profitable is because my wins tend to be twice the size of my losers. So if you were to flip a coin, and you get paid $2 on heads and you lose $1 on tails, guess what? That's a winning system. So you can be very profitable while losing half the time. You need to understand what type of system it is that you have that you're trading and to start building your stats. A great way to do that is by journaling, post analysis, all those kinds of things. If you need help with any of that, reach out to me, send me a message, and I'll be glad to help you further. Let's see, what other questions do we have here? Forex Fresher. I'm currently 16 years old and really interested in trading, but have not started yet. Do you think I'll make it before or at 20? And if you do, where do you think I should start from learning? Well, congratulations on getting started early and wanting to learn. That's one of the most important things that you could do. And most of us, when we get started, we think that it's easy. We just open up an account and fund it, and away we go. First thing to do is to learn the skill sets. One of the things that I talk about in the book that I just wrote a book called The Trading Mind Wheel. It lays out a blueprint of all the different skills that you will need in order to be successful. And it's not asset class specific. It means that this applies universally to no matter what it is that you're trading. The skills include mindset. We need to be aware of our beliefs, our trading beliefs, our beliefs about money, the beliefs that we have about ourselves, all these different beliefs. Then we need to acquire beliefs that will serve us towards the goals that we have. So we need to have an awareness of the goals that we're interested in too. And these things can change. It's not just do it once and you're good forever. It's asking these kinds of questions to us on a regular basis, quarterly, semi-annually, but to do these kinds of exercises. Then from there, we need to learn how to journal, right? And journaling isn't just writing about our thoughts and feelings, although that's part of it. That's great for a personal journal. But for trading, we need to gather information about our trades and our statistics so that way later on we can analyze those results and pick them apart, see what went well, what didn't, how can we improve. Those things are all massively important. And the sooner that you're able to acquire these skills of journaling, the better off you'll be. Then it's uh, you need to develop your skills in analysis, analyzing markets, analyzing trades. Both of those go hand in hand, the environment that you're buying in versus the thing that you're buying, right? Like if you were to think about it like you're going off to the market and you walk into the store looks like it was hit by a bomb. It might not be a good time to buy, but if you go to the store and it's nice and clean and the shelves are stocked, then it's a great time to buy. So you're analyzing the environment, you're analyzing the thing that you want to buy. That's another skill in trading. There's more skills too. We don't have time to go through all of them, but they're all in my book, The Trading Mind Wheel. So I would recommend starting there because that'll give you a nice overview of what it is that you're getting yourself into. And then from there, I would recommend starting to look into what asset classes you're interested in. Your handle here is Forex Fresher. So I'm assuming that you uh, already have an interest in Forex, that's great. That can change too. You could start with Forex. Maybe you get interested in crypto. Maybe you get interested in stocks. Maybe you get interested in commodities. Each asset class has certain things that are unique about it, but the skills required for trading anything, they're all the same. That's why I recommend starting with my book, The Trading Mind Wheel. You could get it anywhere, Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, Walmart, wherever. Okay, we are running out of time fast. Let's see here. Do you do scalping? No, I do not do scalping. I have done day trading before. I do not day trade now. The reason why is because I would be dialed into the market right now versus being able to sit here and talk to you guys. I'm running business, coaching. Those kinds of things require time, dedication, focus, and so does day trading. So it's a matter of figuring out what you want to do. Day trading is or trading in general too is a skill where you can learn one style and then apply it to other styles. So my swing trading style can be compressed down into day trading, and it's a skill that is always in my back pocket if I need it. It's one of the great things about trading. All right. One last question here from for Expressure follow up. Let's see. I'm in Nigeria, and most of the mentors out here have ridiculous prices for their courses, and that leaves me confused on where to start learning from books. Learn from books. That's perhaps the easiest way to get started. You'll get uh, thorough information from books. That's why I'm recommending mine. I wrote it. I know what's in there. I know that it's thorough. As far as coaches and mentors go, yes, most will want to charge you. If they're not charging you, then you'll likely need to give them some kind of value in return, whether that comes from working for them, whether that comes from uh, at the very least, it would be listening and being coachable. There have been people that I've coached in the past where I charged them minimal because great student. Those are rare, very far and few between the person that brings so much value that they just they're very quick with their questions, very pointed, very straightforward. They're clear. They know exactly what to ask and why. They're concise and they take your suggestions, they work on them, and then they come back to you and ask additional follow-up questions and they show you the results that they did. If you're able to do that with the people that you find, you'll be a more attractive mentee, a more attractive person that they'd want to coach. And this is going to be true whether you are paying somebody or not. The last thing that a coach wants is somebody that's not really coachable. Somebody that you spend your time and effort giving them advice and then they don't do anything with it. I've had people like that, and I've fired mentees and people like that because, well, what are we doing here? Right? Well, we want people that can be coachable, put in the work, put in the effort, and no, it's more than just money. Well, we as a coach, I want to see people making progress or at least uh, putting in effort. Because if you put in effort and you do what you're supposed to be doing, then progress comes. Progress becomes inevitable. Think we'll end it with that. It's the weekend. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you back here next week. Next week, we'll be changing up the times. We're going to be aiming for the afternoon. So the exact time will be announced. I'll post it in the newsletter. I'll also share it all in the Instagram stories. I'll post it all on Twitter. Best place to find out the details will be in the newsletter. So if you're not already in the newsletter, go get on the newsletter. Go to marewolf.com and you'll see how to get on the newsletter. And I'll see you guys next week in the afternoon. Take care. Much love. Peace out, everybody.